18-year-old Amber McCleary is an entrepreneur with an idea that could save many lives. Now, Amber has created a range of clothing for hospital patients. What makes her invention unusual is the material it's impregnated with, copper. It all began when she was just 16, thanks to her smelly dog, Harvey.
My initial idea was actually to create a dog bed that would be non-smelling. So I researched a number of fabrics to find out which fabrics would be antibacterial, because obviously it's the bacteria that creates the smell.
This led Amber to the antimicrobial properties of copper.
We worked with a few fabric technologists and we found a way to put the copper into the fabric.
So is this a copper impregnated dog basket?
It sure is. The fabric that you can see on the outside is actually copper fabric. There's copper impregnated in that fabric.
Have you tried it on your smelly dog?
Yes, I sure did.
So how did you get from materials which are essentially about reducing the smell to hospital-acquired infections?
One of my family friends actually went into hospital to have her baby and she ended up contracting MRSA. I had the idea of creating a pair of pyjamas. It sort of went from there.
Thankfully, her friend recovered. And although we can't be sure that wearing the pyjamas helped, Amber has developed a business based on the antimicrobial properties of this common metal. MRSA and other hospital superbugs pose a threat to our health. There have been over 37,000 deaths in the EU alone. So could something as simple as copper really be effective against such a deadly foe? Professor Bill Keevil has been at the forefront of research into this area. Today, he's coated pieces of stainless steel and copper with millions of MRSA bacteria to compare their antibacterial properties. The bacteria's progress will be studied in a specially darkened room, while we watch the results next door.
Okay, so they should now be loading the microscopes up. Here we go.
The green specks are MRSA, tagged with a fluorescent dye. The colour fades as the bacteria are killed, and within seconds the effect of the copper is clear. That is fast. So these were exactly the same, but within seconds of adding them, the copper started to kill.
That is correct.
The MRSA superbug thrives on stainless steel, but on copper, they're wiped out within minutes. That is really, really impressive, I have to say.
That's 10 million superbugs dying before your eyes.
So how does copper kill bacteria?
Well, we know more about the mechanism now. Copper does it 3 different ways. As it races into the cell, it punches holes in the cell membrane, so the cell becomes leaky and the constituents leak out. It inhibits the respiration, so they stop breathing, and really importantly, it destroys their DNA.
These remarkable properties mean copper could have a wide range of applications throughout a hospital. If you do something as simple as replace door handles with copper-based alloys, then studies have shown that can cut infection rates by a half. Amber is hoping if she can persuade enough patients to wear copper-impregnated clothing, then that could also have a significant effect on the spread of infections. Professor Keevil and his team have just begun testing Amber's innovative fabrics. Although not pure metal, the copper material is still effective. And after 24 hours, the MRSA bacteria have been eradicated.
It's really interesting and reassuring that the fabric also has this antimicrobial activity, and it looks promising.
Researchers at Croydon University Hospital are planning to do clinical trials of Amber's clothing, hoping to see if it really does slow the spread of infection and whether it might even promote wound healing.
My aim is that we can get these products out into the NHS. That's going to be something great, not just for the NHS, but for patients as well.
And the future golden, or at least coppery?
Yeah, definitely coppery.